Good morning, children. Sai Ram. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. Right, children? Children, today is our environmental studies class, and we are going to start our new chapter from the book Science, that is chapter number 21, The Environment. Chapter number 21, The Environment. First of all, tell me, what is environment? Environment is anything, the things surrounded, right? Whether they are living things or non-living things. Okay, children? Now, ecology. Ecology. This is a new word for you. Ecology. ECOLOGY. Right? As you have already learned the natural surroundings. We have already discussed about the natural surroundings in which living things live and survive. That is called environment. What is environment? The natural surroundings in which a living things lives and survive is known as its environment. Okay. Now, what is ecology? The study of living things. The study of living things in their natural surroundings is called ecology. Ecology is a branch of science. First of all, what is ecology? Ecology is a science. Ecology is a branch of science. Okay. Then what is an ecology? Ecology means the study of living things. The study of living things in their natural surroundings. The study of natural living things. Repeat with me. The study of living things in their natural surroundings is called ecology. And ecology is a branch of science. The scientists who study ecology, are called ecologists. The scientists who study ecology are called ecologists. Okay. What is ecology? The study of living things in their natural surroundings is called ecology. Ecology is a branch of science. And the scientists who study ecology are called ecologists. Clear? Now, this new word is clear in your minds. Right? Now as the name of the chapter is the environment. So first of all, we have to look at the environmental problems. What environmental problems we are facing or the environment is facing. We can alter our environment to suit our needs. We can alter our environment to suit our needs. Altering the environment can sometimes seriously damage it. When we alter the environment, it sometimes seriously damages the environment. Like if we need land for making buildings, we have to cut down the forest. So first problem is cutting down of forest to make space for cities and farms. This is the main problem which we are facing, which environment is facing nowadays. Cutting down of forest to make space for cities and farm. Hunting animals for clothing and cosmetics. Okay, we are hunting the animals for making clothes from the skin of animals, and also animals are used in making cosmetics. Okay. Then dumping waste from factories, homes, hospital into water bodies and soil. Dumping waste from factories means harmful chemicals coming out from factories, or waste from homes and hospital. They are dumped into water or in soil. Okay, next, releasing smoke and harmful gases from vehicles and factories into the atmosphere. What? Releasing smoke and harmful gases from vehicles and factories into the atmosphere. These are the four main problems which the environment is facing, and all these activities harm the environment. All these activities are harmful for the environment, and these cause air pollution, water pollution and land pollution, eroding soil, warming the atmosphere, causing extinction of several kinds of animals and plants. Extinct means several kinds of animals and plants are extinct. Okay, so first of all, by doing all these activities, we are harming the environment, which cause pollution, air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, eroding of soil, making the atmosphere warm, and also cause extinction of several kinds of plants and animals. Okay, now we have the topic pollution. You all are aware of this topic. You all have read this topic in your previous classes, and also we have discussed about this in this class in previous chapters also. So what is pollution? Pollution is anything which is releasing its substance into air, water or soil, and that are harmful to the living things. Okay, these harmful substances are called pollutant. The harmful substances are called pollutants, which are released into air, water or soil. Okay, so pollution is a big environmental problem. Pollution is a very big problem for environment. The main kind of environmental pollution are air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution and noise pollution. Air pollution means air pollution from the smoke from the factories, right, and harmful gases releasing from vehicles. Water pollution, dumping of wastewater or chemicals into river or water bodies. Soil pollution, dumping of any plastics or harmful substance into the soil. And noise pollution means loud speakers which make noise, which make pollution. This is also a kind of pollution. So we are going to read about all these four pollution in this chapter. Okay, first of all, we have air pollution. Most of the air pollution is because of burning of fuels to run vehicles, smoke from chimneys of factories and power stations. The smoke and harmful gases pollute the air. See, the smoke, this is smoke coming from the factories, chimneys of the factories, from power stations, and harmful gases, and the fuel is used to run the vehicle. These all are harmful substances which are adding into the air and making the air harmful, yes, and that air is not good for our health. Understood? Now, what are the diseases caused by air pollution? An excess pollutant in the air makes it unfit for breathing. Just now I told you that that air is harmful for breathing, unfit for breathing, and result in number of diseases of the respiratory system. If we breathe unfit air, if we inhale unfit air, that is harmful for our respiratory system. Many people living in the area of heavy air pollution suffer from several breathing problems, and this also called damage in the lungs. All right. Okay. Now we have global warming. What do we have? Next topic is global warming. Burning of just a second. Burning of fuels increase the level of carbon dioxide in the air. Burning of fuels increase the level of carbon dioxide in the air, and carbon dioxide and some other gases trap heat, and this result in increase in the temperature of the atmosphere. This effect of heating in the atmosphere is called greenhouse effect, and the gases are called greenhouse gases. This is greenhouse effect. It means when we burn the fuel, it increases the level of carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is harmful as we inhale oxygen and exhale what? Carbon dioxide, right? So carbon dioxide is increased in air from burning of fuel. Carbon dioxide and some other gases trap the heat, and this result in the temperature. This result in increase in the level of temperature of the atmosphere. This effect of heating the atmosphere is called greenhouse effect, and the gases are called greenhouse gases. If somebody asks you what is greenhouse effect, what do you say? Burning of fuel increase the level of carbon dioxide in the air, and carbon dioxide and some other gases trap the heat, which result in the increase in temperature of the atmosphere. So this effect of heating in the atmosphere is called the greenhouse effect. Simple. Okay. The greenhouse effect causes the increase in temperature around the world. This is called global warming. The greenhouse effect causes the increase in temperature around the world is called global warming. Scientists have detected an increase in the temperature of atmosphere in the past 100 years and predict that it will be continue to increase. They have warned that because of global warming, the ice at the poles and on the mountains will start melting, resulting in the rise of the sea levels. This will also result in the flooding of coastal areas. So, first of all, you all understood about greenhouse effect. Yes, because of greenhouse effect, the increase in temperature around the world is called global warming. Okay, and our scientists already predict that it will continue in future also. This cause global warming, and because of global warming, the ice at the mountains and at the poles start melting, which result in the increase in sea level. Okay. Then we have removal of ozone layer. Some of the pollutant gases affect the ozone layer. Ozone layer is all around the earth. Okay, and this is a kind of a protection sheet. Ozone layer is a kind of a protection sheet. Okay, this is also affecting because of global warming. Okay, if this is earth, this is ozone layer. Ozone layer is a protecting shield. So some pollutant removal of ozone layer. Some pollutant gases affect the ozone layer. You have already learned that ozone layer protects the living thing from the ultraviolet rays, UV rays, which are harmful rays present in sunlight. So scientists have detected holes in the ozone layer which result in UV rays reaching on earth and causing skin cancer, eye problem, and so on. So removal of ozone layer is also a very important environmental problem. This is also because of the pollutant gases. Ozone layer is a kind of a protection sheet for the living things from UV rays, ultraviolet rays, which comes from the sunlight. And scientists have already detected that there are many holes in our ozone layer which result in which cause skin cancer, eye related problems, and so on. Okay, now we have acid rain. Coal is burned to generate electricity. Coal is burned to generate electricity. In thermal power plants, coal is burned to generate electricity in thermal power plant. The harmful gases released mix with the water vapor in the air to form harmful substance called acid. These acids come down with the rain and cause damage to soil, plants, and building. This rain is called acid rain. See in this picture, fuel is burned in thermal power stations, and the harmful gases which is coming out from these factories mixed with water these are the gases which are coming from the power stations, right? And these harmful gases mix with water vapor into air to form harmful substance. Here it mixed with water vapor, and this is called acid, which forms the substance called acid. Now these acid when it turn into rain, see, it is coming down in the form of rain. It caused damage to soil, it caused damage to plants and living things. Okay, this is called acid rain. Now we are going to read this again. Coal is burned to generate electricity. Coal is burned to generate electricity in the thermal power stations. So these harmful gases which are released mixed with water vapor in the air and forms a harmful substance which is called acid. Okay, now these acids come down with rain. These acids come down with rain, cause harm to the soil, to the plants and buildings. This rain is called acid rain. This rain is called acid rain. Understood? I hope air pollution and related substance are clear. Now next is water pollution. What is water pollution? Water gets polluted when waste from factories, farm and sewage from homes and hospitals is thrown into the water bodies like rivers, lakes, ocean and streams. This is water pollution. Now, what are the diseases caused by water pollution? Drinking water that is polluted with sewage contains germs. Drinking these water cause several diseases like diarrhea, jaundice, and typhoid, and some other diseases also. And the effect of dumping harmful water or harmful chemicals into water on water animals. What are the effect on water animals? Waste from factories contain poisonous substance which affect or often sometimes kill fishes and other water animals. You can fall ill when you drink this water or eat fish that affected by this. What are the effect on water animals? Poisonous substances are thrown into the water which sometimes often kills the water animals or fish, or if you eat or drink these if you drink this water or eat fish from this poisonous water, you can fall ill. Okay. Now next we have soil and land pollution. Soil and land pollution. Farmers use chemicals to kill weed and insects, right? They also use fertilizers to grow more crops. When they use too much of these chemicals, the soil get polluted. Nowadays, you all are aware that farmers are using pesticides and insecticides on the crops. That is harmful. Farmers are using chemicals to kill the insects or weeds. Farmers are using fertilizers to grow more crops. And when they use all these too much, this pollute the soil. And when it rains, these chemicals get washed into wells or rivers, lakes, and poison to drinking water. And this becomes the poison for the drinking water. Poisonous waste from factories is also sometimes buried in the land and pollutes it. Okay, what is soil pollution? When farmers are using chemicals to kill the weeds and insects, when they are using fertilizers to grow more crops, when they use all these chemicals too much, this cause soil pollution. Okay, when it rains, all these chemicals get washed into well, rivers or lakes and making the water poisonous. Okay, we throw solid waste such as plastics, plastic bags, glass bottles, old machine parts, rubber tubes, tires and canes in garbage dump. This cannot easily be destroyed. Plastic does not rot for many hundred years. If plastic is burned, it gives out poisonous fumes and turn into air pollution. Okay. When we throw solid waste such as plastic bags, plastic bottles, glass bottles, machine parts, rubber tubes or tires or canes in the garbage dump, so these cannot be easily destroyed, right? Plastic take hundred of years. Plastic does not rot, first of all, and if we burn plastic, it gives us poisonous fumes and which turn into air pollution. So soil and land pollution is clear, right? Now next we have is the noise pollution. Loud noise from factories, loudspeakers and machinery can harm people. It can cause high blood pressure, deafness in people and animals. Living near airports can be very harmful to the ears. Even loud music causes noise pollution. Right? Noise pollution, loud noise from vehicles, loudspeakers, and machinery can be harmful for the people. It causes high blood pressure, toughness in the people or in animals sometimes. And living near the airport can be very harmful to the ears. Even the loud music can also harm your ears and which cause noise pollution. Clear? Now, natural resources. What do we have? Natural resources. Natural resources. Our survival on earth depends on the things we get from our environment. Our survival depends on the things. Our survival is depend on the things which we get from the environment. What do we get from environment? We get air, water, soil, food, fuel, material for clothes and material for building houses from our environment. We get so many things from our environment, like air. We get air for breathing, water for drinking or using. We get soil, we get food, we get fuels, material for clothes, material for buildings. All these things from our environment. The things we get from the environment are known as natural resources. Yes? The things which we get from the environment are known as resources. Resources today that we did some years back, for example, means we are using more petrol and diesel today due to the large number of factories and vehicles. Yes, nowadays we are using everything in excess. We are using petrol, more diesel today because of large number of factories and vehicles. So scientists predict that using petrol and diesel, that the petrol and diesel available on earth will run out during this century. That means we are not having sufficient amount of petrol and diesel left on the earth, because it takes thousands, millions years to make petrol or diesel, because this is from the fossil fuels, right? Also, you saw earlier, we are polluting natural resources such as air, water and soil because of our activities. What activities? Which we have studied here. Like we are harming the environment. These all are those activities from which we are harming the natural resources. Okay. Now what can be done? We know we have now started taking measures to save our natural resources. Now what steps we can take to save our natural resources? Scientists are trying to use wind and solar energy to instead of fuels like coal and petroleum. Nowadays, scientists are trying to use wind and solar energy, which is in abundant, instead of using fuels like coal and petroleum. Besides, the use of wind or solar energy does not cause any pollution. Means using solar energy which we get from sun and wind energy from wind, this cannot cause any pollution to the environment. Next, efforts to control pollution of air, water and land are being stepped up. Vehicles and factories are being forced to install machines to convert the poisonous substance into harmful one before releasing them into air and water. The government and people should make sure that these steps are followed strictly. Means controlling pollution of water, air and land are being continuously checked by the government. Vehicles and factories are forced to install those machines which convert the poisonous substance into harmful ones before releasing them into the air or water. And government is making sure that this step is strictly followed by them or not. Next, cutting down of trees is being reduced and more trees are being planted to conserve the soil and wildlife. Trees help to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and release oxygen into atmosphere. Organizations such as WWF, World Wildlife Fund, and the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources encourage people to save forest and wildlife. Okay? Means cutting down of trees is reduced. Instead of cutting down, some organizations are helping in conserving the soil by planting more and more trees and conserving wildlife. Okay, this will encourage people to save the forest and wildlife. Next, air pollution can be reduced if people use public transport such as buses instead of car. Also, people should walk or cycle for short distance instead of using vehicles. Right? Air pollution can be reduced. How air pollution can be reduced? When people use public transport like bus, instead of going alone in a car, people should use the public transports. For short distance traveling, people can walk or use cycle instead of using any other vehicle which generate pollution. Okay. Farmers should be taught safer ways of farming. Greater use of compost should be encouraged. Means farmer can be taught like they don't have to use much chemicals on the crops or which is harmful for the soil or water. So they are encouraged to use the great amount of compost. Okay, children. So what we have studied in this chapter, we have studied about the ecology. First of all, what is ecology? Ecology means the study of living things in their natural surroundings is called ecology, and the scientists who study ecology, they are called ecologists. Ecology is a branch of science. Then we studied about the environmental problems. What environmental problem we are facing? Cutting down of forest, hunting animals for clothing and cosmetic, dumping of waste from the factories, releasing smoke and harmful gases. Then we studied about the pollution. What is pollution and the types of pollution? We studied air pollution, global warming, greenhouse effect. We studied about the ozone layer, acid rain. Then comes water pollution, its diseases and effect on water, animals. Then we studied about soil and land pollution. Then we studied noise pollution, and lastly we have studied about the natural resources and what can be done to save the natural resources. Okay, children, I hope this chapter is clear because you have already studied each and every point of this chapter in your previous classes and also in the previous chapter which we have discussed. So read the chapter 2-3 times so that you can be able to do the question answers or the exercises. Okay, children. Sai Ram.